There they go.
Hello. How nice to see you. Oh, I'm so glad you could come.
Oh, we're
It's
delighted.
lovely to see you. Come on in.
Of course, we're talking about
Have you seen Tom? Not lately. Do you know Mr. and Mrs. Leather? This is Sam Stone. Hi. Come through here.
Where's Tom got to?
I know.
Where is he?
Who, Tom? Search me. We don't meet at parties. We just come together.
Here you are. Pat says you owe her half a packet. I'd smoke Cassie's if I were you.
Who does the gardening here?
Cassie does.
Lady Jane. Good God.
There's that funny little plant Mum brought her back from Oslo a year ago.
It's more than a year ago. It's a year since she died.
A year and 6 weeks. Mum gave her the cutting that came from, too. Look at it now. I can remember them planting it. Spring. There were crocuses all round the bottom there about 10 years ago.
You got a mind like a diary, Dad.
I keep a diary. It'll be written down in it somewhere.
Am I in it?
Oh, yes, you're there.
Recorded for posterity. God, I miss Mum.
She'd like us to remember things like this. Is that your latest, then? That girl you came with? How long's that been going on?
Mind your own business.
Sorry. I tried to ask the questions Mum would have asked. I'm the woman of the house now, aren't I?
Broke his wrist.
What do you think?
Did you give it?
Someone's
No,
got.
Oh, I'm right. I've got a nice job here. Very
No, I didn't.
All I know to do is
Look at him.
Dad's here, Mum's gone, Tom. It's the same for him as it is for us. We carry on with life, and just every now and then it hits us. We know it's still there.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yes, I found it very. Ah, hello. I'm glad you could come. Have you met Mrs. Crosby? Mrs. Bradley.
Tough bugger.
Where's she keep this stuff?
Tonic. Search me.
Tonic? That's what they call it. They keep coming in here for it as if it were monkey gland.
What you doing in here anyway?
I was invited to make myself useful. I'm not much use in there at my age, am I?
Grandad seems to be enjoying it.
Oh, enduring it more like. I shall get it all thrown back at me later on. Waste, extravagance.
It is.
You seem to be enjoying it.
You are?
You're right, too.
Am I?
Quiet these days.
Quiet.
Quiet. Lost in yourself.
I lost in myself.
The old bird's getting it on. Jealous.
He's the one that should be jealous. She'll drive him into the ground and I take her home in the car. Standard practice.
Look, Ted, excuse me. Ted, I'm a bit worried about the way
Is that Aunt Pat's bloke?
No, he's in the other room. I was introduced.
Why has he never been here before?
Ethel refused to meet him.
What's he doing here now?
Search me.
All right.
I've got some big about Aunt Pat's chap. What do you think of Dad?
I've met him before.
No, I said, what do you think to him?
Not much.
Sit him down for life.
When Deb asked me what I thought, Tom, I gave her my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm always ready to be proved wrong.
Couldn't resist now.
Well, you can be clumsy when you care. I want you to talk to him, that's all.
Hi, Grandad. Can I get you something?
Oh, some peace and quiet. Is there nowhere quiet in this damned house?
It's quiet in the kitchen.
Is it? Very good. I'd best get in there then, hadn't I? Hey, how's your studies?
Hey?
Your studies, how are they?
All right, thanks.
Keep at it, eh? Keep at it. Better this end. It's a 3-mile walk in the dark house. We got a mile crawling on the belly apples of other men's muck. We have the world pressing down over the head. Does it appeal to thee?
What, Grandad?
Quit, lad, quit.
Of course it does. It's what I'm studying for, isn't it? I'm going to work for the coal board.
Oh, aye. One of them jobs to get to university, chaps, it. Button pressing. Button pressing. Oh, goody button.
Hey,
What are you doing in here?
I'm helping out, aren't I?
The paying folks in that other room to do that. Paying folks. Waste, extravagance.
Oh, no, they are. Don't rant at me. I'm not responsible. And don't eat that neither. I know all about waste and extravagance, you know. You probably could have done with a bit of waste and extravagance. I remember when she patched sheets and you couldn't tell which were patch and which were sheets she'd started off with. She could have done with a bit of waste and extravagance.
What's it for?
Eh?
This bloody party. What's it for?
Don't ask me. Business, I suppose.
Oh, what have they asked us for?
Why? Should there be something special about us that causes us to be asked?
Oh, that's what I said, isn't it? What have they asked us for?
We've all been asked.
And our Pat bringing her a chap that you don't fancy.
Gives you pleasure, that does, doesn't it? That I don't fancy him. Do you?
Hey?
Do you fancy him?
Fancy him? Me? Him?
Could do a lot worse, I suppose.
Worse.
Worse!
Worse than him.
Oh, you see him as I do, then. I'm glad we're in agreement. Hey, has she said out to you about whether they're going back to Leeds tonight?
Back to Leeds.
If they don't, there's only one place. Back of her room in our bungalow. It's the end of the wedge. Be every weekend after that, won't it?
Living over the brush in our bungalow. She'd not do that.
She do in Leeds, but live over at Brush.
It's different in Leeds. They're used to it in Leeds.
Yeah, the conversations out there, they're unbelievable. Some sound like telly adverts.
Happen it's telly adverts that sound like them. I'm washing. You dry, eh?
Oh, right.
Hey, which is your new boss?
Ted Fawcett, the nice one.
Oh, which is the one you don't like? The one you're always ranting on at me about?
Tony Parker. Used to be sales manager. Came up through accounts. Got round Morris Naylor when he was worrying about his immortal soul instead of his work. Oh, he's a smoothie, him.
Smoothie?
She means like you. He uses his charm to deceive folk. He's been wondering why we've been asked.
Oh, it's Cassie wanting her own about her. I mean, most of her London friends are through the business. She enjoys it all in a way, I think, but I think she feels safer with us.
Oh,
Ah, I missed you.
Did anybody see you come in here?
Good heavens, Cassie, they know I live here half the time.
Not officially, they don't.
You're joking, aren't you?
You mean, do I care what they think?
But you don't.
No, perhaps not. But maybe I care that I don't, if you know what I mean.
Come off it, love. You belong to the age, not the place.
Age?
Well, yes, I mean, you know, the age we live in. Life as we live it now. Didn't mean your birth certificate.
Oh, well, that's got both in it, hasn't it? Age and place. Do you know, I could take you into Skeleton and show you women the same age as me. Women I was at school with that look, 10, 15 years older. The injector shop at the works, some of them work in there. Some for pin money, some because they have to. Widows like me. Do you know what the difference between us is?
It's not only the money, Cassie.
Isn't it? You mean luck?
No, I don't mean luck. I mean you, what you are. I'm the lucky one. I was born into the middle class. I started with a fighting chance and a public school education.
And I'm what Peter's money made me.
Well, he'd be glad of that, for what part of it is true.
Would he?
Morris warned me about Sam. And he asked me to take his job over before he vanished into the cloisters.
Sam?
Yes. You're always like this when you've been talking to Sam.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Uneasy, not sure where you are in life.
Who is?
I am. That's why I asked you to throw this party. I know where I'm going and I know who's going with me. Do you know that song? I know where I'm going.
I know it.
I know who I love, but the Lord knows who I'll marry. Heard Kathleen Ferrier sing that once. That dates me, doesn't it? Heard her sing Gerontius, too, at Leeds Town Hall in a white dress, like a white flame, from the Spirit of God descending onto the platform.
They're part of you like the opposite's part of me and Sam, aren't they?
What are?
The good things in life. The confidence to enjoy them. That they'll always be there to be enjoyed. Like the sun.
Oh, sorry.
Are you looking for a mirror?
Yes, I tried the bathroom, but there's somebody in there.
Oh, all right then. Well, yes, I'll go and see if everyone's arrived, shall I? Excuse me.
Use this. You going back to Leeds tonight?
Probably. Richard wants to stay at the bungalow. Wants to break the ice with Mum and get his feet under the table.
Hmm?
Do you know, it really upsets him to think she looks on him as the married seducer of her only daughter. It was the other way round, if only she knew.
Oh, she'll be all right once you're married. When does he get his divorce?
He got it 3 months ago.
When are you getting married, then?
I don't know that we are. He wants to. I mean, why should we? What's the point? What great blinding difference is it going to make to life? Oh, your mother will be pleased, he says. Is that why people marry each other, to please their mothers? Oh, he's as conventional as she is. Anyway, what about you? When's your purification take place?
He got me to agree to a date last night. Oh. You can see he started on the sales side.
Bought him, have you? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean... Well, you know.
You didn't mean that I'd bought him with my money. Cassie Crossman and her money.
Chuck it away, Cass, if it hurts.
It'd hurt a darn sight more without it.
You don't mind if I help myself, do you, love?
Oh, come on. Sam? Don't mind if I help myself here?
You'll get us reported to the union. By that time you picked up the screwdriver at the Earl's Court exhibition.
Yeah, I can still remember your expression. Deep shock.
Well, I was a union man for years. It gets grained in you, you know.
Well, that's why Peter Crossman took you on, wasn't it? Cheers.
Because I was in the union.
Because you belong to the place, because you know the men. Clever chap, Crossman.
Who told you that was why Crossman took me on?
Sorry.
You enjoying yourself, Great Grandad? Why aren't you dancing?
Dancing? You call that dancing what they're doing in there? We got up to less when we went for 2 pennies of darkness and back wrote the pictures than they do for all to see these days.
Oh, late arrivals.
Dad?
Nobody said you were coming.
No.
Hello, Charlie.
Sam, Mr. Barnacle.
Who invited you?
Parker.
You'll be asking the lad for his ticket. Get him a drink.
Billy Trips, lad, eh?
Aye.
She were courting him at one time, weren't she, our Deb?
They don't court these days, Grandad.
Ever notice you granning her, do you?
Aye, sometimes I do.
What's he do for a job, that lad?
He's a draftsman at our place. I had him taken on when his dad died.
Follows his dad's line in politics, does he?
He's a tougher proposition than Billy, that one. Billy had doubts and misgivings, not Charlie. He's like Tony Parker. He's sure of himself up to here. Different sides of the fence, of course. He's got the drawing office organised, by God he has.
You stood in the door with your cup in your hand when you come to see the boss when over a union, huh?
Not Charlie, Grandad.
It'll be coming all round soon, eh? By the living daylight, have we won then?
Ah, thank you. Charlie, excuse me a moment. Do you know Mrs. Crossman?
Hello.
This is Charlie Tripp, one of our senior designers.
I knew your father, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, he used to know my father when we lived on Mrs. Street. Oh, well, you wouldn't remember Mrs. Street. They pulled it down a long time ago. Yes, well, I better go and talk to him.
Oh, well, look, hang on, I'll come with you. I'll introduce you to people later. You're doing all right for the moment.
Lime juice and soda? Don't let it go to your head, will you? Do draftsmen usually get invited to their bosses' parties?
Maybe if somebody wants something, they do.
Hey! Oh, no.
He's asleep.
It's going.
By the living daylight.
Hey, I forgot my pajamas.
We're not stopping.
What's that? Won't you have it?
Not with or without pajamas.
When everybody's just punched. Nobody's here anymore. They've all had one.
Not eating, Sam?
You've got to be a rugby player to get in there.
How will I treat you? I sounded the gong and then ran.
Charlie Tripp's here.
Yes, I know. I invited him. I thought it was about time we broke the ice. Too much like a separate little kingdom these days, the drawing office. Better organised than the works on the union side, though. There's a job on the technical sales side. Think you'll take it?
Why don't you ask him?
Well, you did.
Did what?
Took the job when Crossman offered it to you.
No, you're on the wrong track there, Tony.
Come on, Sam. I had it handed to me on a plate. If I'd started down the pit like you did and worked my way up, I'd be bloody proud of the fact.
I didn't do it to get on top of anybody, you know. I did it for the job, for the money.
Well, what's wrong with that? We've all got a price.
I say money and you say price. I did it to make a living. Don't you understand the difference?
Tony, telephone.
Ah, thanks. Good.
Put a big one in there, will you, love?
Brought you some food. I could see you trying to get through the scrum.
Aye, it's not what you know, it's who you know, eh?
Oh, take it away again if you don't want
No,
it.
no, I don't mind being favoured. I've got me price like everybody else.
Oh, yes. In a mood, are we?
How are you, Eileen?
What do you mean, how am I?
Well, living in Cowley Street on your own, I never see you these days. Except to pass in the factory, and then I'm too busy to barely manage a smile.
Well, a smile's worth something, isn't it?
Well, that's your price, is it? A smile?
Oh, what the heck's the matter with you?
Somebody just got under my skin. Better than walking on your grave, I suppose. Did nobody ever tell you you look like your great-grandmother?
Yeah. Ah, did you take him that food?
Yes, I did. He's in a mood.
Been in the mood since she went. Don't grudge him it.
I don't. And I didn't mean that kind of a mood. Haven't we got any clean drying up cloths round here?
Yeah, there's some in that drawer over there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good lad.
Are you all right, Grandad? When are we off back home?
Oh, don't start that. When are we off back home? Spoiling it for folk.
Spoiling what?
There's others here than you know.
I know there is. And they'll not let anybody spoil out for them. They'll do it in front of you.
Do what?
In front of you, they'll do it. Right there in front of your eye.
What are you lot doing in here? I asked you what you were doing.
We're helping out, aren't we?
Who asked you to?
Nobody did.
She's taking people on to help out, you know.
One for the drinks and two for the food. Anyway, they're not supposed to clear up, they told me.
Beneath them, is it?
It's not what they were taken on for.
It's what they're getting paid for. Aren't they born to it then, like you?
I beg your pardon.
You heard me, Ethel. Now get that bloody apron off.
Oh, you were right.
Get it off! And you, put that cloth down. What are you doing?
Me? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm bloody eating, can't I?
Take it out there and eat with everybody else.
I'm finished.
Take it out there and eat with everybody else, I said.
I'm finished, I've done.
Chris, take your grandfather out there to the bar and get him whatever he wants. And Ethel and Eileen, too.
Yes, Dad.
Where are the workers?
By God, you've said the wrong thing there, Cass. Is that what you asked them for, to slave for you in the kitchen?
To slave for me? What in God's name are you talking about?
Now look, Cass. Customers might have me paid and delivered for, but they're not part of the deal, Cass.
What deal? Look, if you're going to talk to me like this, for heaven's sake, talk sense. I didn't ask them to come in here. It was their idea, not mine. I'm paying those people out there to do the work.
Aye, well, those people out there don't seem to think that Skivian's part of the deal.
Well, they'll not get paid then, because I can promise you it is.
Well, you got union trouble then, Cass.
Oh, no, I haven't. I know what the deal was. The people they work for have got the union trouble. I think you've got a damn cheek suggesting that I asked Ethel and Eileen here to do the work for me.
Well, why did you ask them?
Because I wanted their company. That's always why I asked them, because they are my own kind.
But don't let Tony Parker hear you say that, not that he'd believe you.
You're class-ridden, son.
Me?
Yes, you, class-ridden. Oh, yes, like me. Only I know it and you don't.
You reckon?
Yes, I reckon. If I didn't have you nagging at me all the time, I might get a chance to sort it out.
Sort what out, Cass?
Sort me out. What I want to do with the rest of my life. I'm not a convert like you.
A convert, a convert. Am I to what?
Oh, your own kind of religion. A sort of secular guilt. The feeling that because you don't believe in something anymore, the fault must be in you. And the rest of us who fall short. God knows how poor Sarah lived with you all those years.
Poor Sarah.
Oh, I didn't mean that. You know I didn't.
Poor
Sam.
Sarah.
Yeah, what's that stuff?
That's it, the foie gras. You know, it's like the stuff we used to get for starters at school dinners.
Yeah, they got better after you left.
Everything got better after I left, mate. What are you doing rubbing shoulders with the bourgeoisie anyway?
Barker invited me.
Why?
Some devious reason of his own. It'll come to surface in due course, or it won't. I couldn't care less.
Surprised you can.
I knew Deb would be here.
Oh. No.
How involved is she with Troopy?
Truth.
Yeah, my nickname for Len Taylor. Gives me morale a boost. Anyway, it suits him.
What happened between you and Dad, then?
Oh, some argument about your dad. Politics, God knows. One of those things that starts off with a whisper and ends up with a bang. She was all right when I arrived tonight. There's hope, I suppose. Hey, where are you working now?
Estate agents in Cuddy. Brinings, you know. I'm a counter clerk for a general stooge.
You used to run rings round me at Scotland High before you left. I remember he used to nick all your answers. Hey, why doesn't Sam pick you up at Crossman's? Saw me all right when Dad died. You know, that's the bloody silly thing about me and Deb falling out over him. I got all the time in the world for him, outside the work situation.
You named him? I don't.
That's generationitis, that is. I never caught it. I used to think the sun shone out of my old man.
Sam's not my old man. It's my stepfather.
So he is. I forgot. Most people wouldn't know, though, would they?
Why should they?
Well, you're a lot like him, aren't you?
Gonna park myself on YouTube. My bloke's in there having the time of his life with some little bird half his age.
Disgusting.
Will happen to you one day.
I was going to look you up in Leeds next week. I got a sort of got a thing. Here.
Is it a joke or a riddle?
No, it's a sort of lump back here.
I'm your aunt, not your doctor.
Well, I'll go and see how Cartwright, I suppose. I wanted to know what it was before I went.
Sounds like a hernia. Well, don't quote me, I don't practice medicine nowadays. I just preach it to the next generation.
Operation?
Probably. Unless you want to wear a truss for the rest of your life. It's the same operation Sam had about 4 or 5 years ago. It tends to run in families, among a lot of other things.
Not with me.
You? Oh, no, you're blue-blooded or something, aren't you? Left on a railway station in a suitcase. Sorry, I forgot.
He's the only one that does remember.
Right.
Ah, Charlie. I'd like a word with you when you finish the course. I'll be outside in the garden. Lovely night.
Lovely night. Like a word with you.
He's going to propose.
Put a big one in there, will you, love?
It goes to your head, that stuff, you know.
Not dancing, Grandad.
What about you?
I'm shy.
Shy, is it? If you'd seen what I've seen in there. We sat on opposite sides of the room an hour, lad.
Go on.
Coming back across pit fields at night, lads shyer than lasses, voices bouncing back off the stacks, shouting, ribbing each other to make out we were bold. You know what I remember most about your gran? I'm talking about 70-odd years back now, but I remember most. First time I touched her hand.
It's like pot stall in Cass Market in there. I'll get some more.
Where is he?
He's in the conservatory. If you're frightened, there's a lock on the kitchen door. I'll knock 3 times and give the password.
Right.
Come on, Amber.
They just cleared off them 2 servers, you know. Just on with the coats and away. Never a word to nobody. Oh, thanks. I shall clear off now unless you want to get shouted at.
Right.
Oh, hey. If you're feeling brave, there's debris in the dining room.
I'll chance it.
Who's been shouting? Sam at us for washing up. And your granddad for eating in here instead of in there with the others. Good. It doesn't matter to either of you, I suppose, that we might feel happier here. Oh, no, we've to be where you feel better about us. I don't know what we're doing at a party like this anymore, except it's somewhere to go. And that's why they invited us, I suppose. Where's your chap? Enjoying himself? Are you jealous? No. You never really got him till you wed, you know. Don't come crying on my shoulder.
There's always divorce, Mum.
Ah, it's a bother, though, divorce, isn't it? And most of them would sooner put up with things than have the bother. What are you laughing at?
You. You're a smashing argument for women's lib, Mum.
Oh, I never wanted to be libbed. If anybody wanted to be libbed, it were your dad, not me. Bless him.
Hi.
Enjoying yourself. Get back in there and enjoy yourself.
That's an order, is it?
Where's your boyfriend?
Which one?
Ah, well, there's safety in numbers, we used to say. I went out with dozens before I married your mum.
Talking about her now, are we? Can we go on like that? Well, not so much talking about her, perhaps, as not talking about her, if you know what I mean.
They were a waste of time, those others. I should have married her first time off.
It was her first time off, was there?
There's a lot you don't know. About her, about me. Parents have had a life of their own, you know, that you lot know nothing about. Happy you'd have more time for us if you knew.
Oh, I've got time for you.
Thinking of stopping at home looking after me, are you?
What gives you that idea?
Do you know, I thought you were going to marry Charlie at one time.
That would have been a blow, wouldn't it?
For me, why?
Politics. Gives you a lot of trouble at work, doesn't it?
I don't care what a man's politics are, as long as he leaves mine alone and I can go on voting.
Oh, he believes in democracy. Not quite your kind, perhaps.
Oh, there are 2 kinds, are there?
Seems so. Maybe I should have gone on with the argument. I could have brought you up to date on the current grassroots thinking on democracy.
Maybe you should.
First time I've seen your glass empty all night. Want me to get it filled for you?
Leading me into bad habits.
What a leading you.
Boring, aren't they?
Boring?
Lady Jane's parties. Very boring.
I've never been to one before.
That's why you're doing the dirty work, because you're bored.
I'm doing it because somebody has to, and there aren't any other volunteers. And it's not because I'm too good to be true, as you're probably thinking.
So I was, as a matter of fact. Are you really going down the pit?
Going down the pit? No, I'm going to work for the coal board. In an executive capacity, as they say. Eventually, I suppose. Going down the pit. Hey, why do you always dramatise everything?
It's dramatic, that's why. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, I couldn't do what you do.
Bloody good. You knew, mate. You knew. Can't even pull the birds these days.
Why not?
Their future. Their mortgage prospects. They haven't changed, really, you know, not since Mum's day. They still want the same old things. Coloured telly, three-piece suite, 4-chord Tina. Do you know what somebody asked me the other day?
What?
Was I a member of BUPA? Don't want it on the marriage certificate before long. BUPA membership confirmed.
What did I tell you about this?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I mean, what do you want me to do? Shall I leave it all to Aunt Cass?
She pays people to come in and help, you know.
Yeah, well, all right, it's less for him to do. That's good, isn't it?
Good lad, Chris. Not like me, eh, Dad?
Dry up.
Dry up, yes, dry up, dry up.
Stop chunnering.
Stop chunnering. Chunner up.
Oh, I've been searching the grounds for you.
Thank you.
Are you two quarrelling?
Us? Quarrelling? What about? It's marvellous, isn't it?
What is?
You and me. Amiable hostility, I'd call it. What would you call it?
Failure, I'd call it.
Mine or yours?
I suppose you think I'm going to say mine for your mother's sake.
On you?
No, bloody well I'm not.
You stick to your guns, Dad. You stick to your guns.
Oh, Sam.
Enter the presence, Charlie.
I don't want to bore you with work problems, Sam, but just a quick word. I've been having a chat with Charlie.
Why? Been helping you with your political education, has he?
Politics? Oh, we change our mind about politics all the time, don't we?
Yes, well, yes. Leopards change their spots too, don't they, Charlie? I mean, you can see it every day in the zoo. Leopards changing their spots. Don't you, Charlie?
Yes, well, Charlie's not too keen to come over on the sales side. He's keen to come over to you.
Production.
Go on.
Well, yes, you said that Ransley might be leaving in September.
Nick? Yeah, that's right. His mother-in-law's died. He's a free man. We were looking for a qualified chap, though.
You started off as a fitter in the pit, didn't you, Sam? I got my higher national, you know.
Oh, yes, Charlie, I know you have. Couldn't be Nick's job, though, not just yet.
Well, I don't mind filling ink pots for a bit. Just a foot on the ladder.
You don't want to climb the ladder, Charlie.
Well, of course he does. Come off it, Sam. Who wouldn't? You'll think about it, will you?
Yes, I'll think about it.
Good. It's just a case, really, of where on the ladder you start, isn't it, Sam? Let's go and have a drink on it, shall we?
Tony.
I'll join you later.
Now, look,
You know
Tony.
what I'm after, Sam.
I know what you think you're after. You're after doing what you think Peter Crossman did with me. It's what Charlie's after that bothers me. And don't start telling me everybody's got a price.
You said you'd think about it.
Well, I had to, didn't I? For personal reasons, I couldn't choke him off right there.
All right, then, you tell me. How do we keep peace in the works if it's not through this sort of thing, eh? I mean, if that delivery schedule gets any longer because of stoppages, we can say goodbye to that Arab order for a start. They've got Scandinavia to go to, you know.
Norway and Sweden, yes.
How else,
Now,
Sam?
look, I told you when I got back from Norway last year and Sweden after. Industrial democracy,
Oh.
Tony. Yes! If people are saying what they're doing, autonomous work groups that meet their targets because they think for themselves and they get some satisfaction out of what they're doing. Break production line patterns, cut down on the repetition, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, 8 hours a bloody day. You want to try it sometime.
I've talked to Charlie about that, and he thinks industrial democracy is a load of rubbish. It's out, and he's on the left.
Rubbish? Oh, aye. Rubbish. He would think it's rubbish. You know why? Because you and me would still be in work, and he wants us out. He doesn't want half, not Charlie. He wants the lot. By God. You're a babe in arms when it comes to politics, you know. You're either running up the right road or backing down the wrong one.
I am not a political animal.
No,
Sam.
I have to do it for you. And every time there's pressure on deliveries, we have to take on a new man. And then we're scratching around trying to find work for him. And his wages go on the price of the engine because I have to back down on some bloody manning dispute.
All right. What do you want? Confrontation?
Who do I confront, Tony? You or them? Because I'm in the bloody middle where I've always been. And you should try that sometime, too.
Grandad! Wake up, great Grandad! Grandad! Grandad!
What is it? Oh, my God.
Will you go and get Aunt back? Go and get Aunt back.
They've just gone to Leeds.
Well, go and ring for a doctor then, quickly.
Oh.
Where am I?
Gates of Paradise. Do you know what time it is?
Aye.
7 o'clock in the morning. Do you know where you are?
Aye.
You're where they brought you last night after they'd fetched doctor to you.
Doctor?
Wait to fetch doctor to you.
What did he say?
He examined you. He diagnosed it right away. He's a brilliant man. Brilliant.
What did he say?
He said you were drunk.
Thought you went home last night.
I did. I came back to see how Grandad is.
I peeped in just now. They're still asleep. Have you been here long?
Not long.
Would you have had a drink?
I'll put the kettle on. It flicked a couple of minutes ago.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I wouldn't say no. I've often wondered, you know,
What? What did you wonder?
how you'd look in the morning without the paint and powder. You used to say it was money that kept you young. It's not just that, you know, Cass.
I am sorry what I said last night about Sarah. You made her happier than any man's made me. Well, Peter perhaps in his quiet way. I know a good marriage when I see one.
I knew it when I'd lost it best.
Yes, I know.
It could still work out for you, you know, Cass.
What? With Tony? I doubt it. You see, I started off doubting it. I'm never too sure what the attraction is. Me or Crossman's shares. Most I get out of it is a bit of both. Why do people always want more when they've got enough?
Hello, Grandad. How's your head?
You should know if anybody does by the living daylight.
Cup of tea, Grandad.
Take him in the garden. It's lovely money. I'll bring it out to you.
Come on then, Grandad. Tea in the garden.
Oh, the living daylight. Aye, a garden. It's not like an allotment. You get up out of your chair and you walk out into a garden. Oh, God, she spent some money on yon place. And her dad had his trousers cut off above the knee and turned so they could wear to the side.
Aye, she can still feel the rubbing board. The little mother to all those brothers and sisters. Looked in her purse and it were empty, and nothing to come out.
Waste. Where are they all?
They all went home while you were sleeping.
Oh,
Our Deb's keen on Charlie Tripp.
She's too good for him.
You're against his politics, that's all.
And you?
Aye. He could be the next in line, though.
The next in line to what?
Your generation and mine.
Is that what you want?
No.
You'd have to fight it then. No, I did. I fought it all my bloody life. I found it in them I knew I belonged with, and them I knew I didn't belong with. And sometimes I found it in myself.
Found what, Grandad?
Authority that takes unto itself the name. Answerable to nobody but itself. Taken, not given. Is that what you want? I know my own kind. I should do. I've been one of them all my life. They can be as bad as t'other lot if you get the wrong uns. And it's the wrong uns you do get mostly because it's them that wants the power. Power, that's what they want.
Aye, I don't know that Charlie's like that, though.
Ah, you don't know. It's the bloody trouble. You've a shrewd suspicion, but you don't know. And most are too idle to care. They'll care when they wake up and find out what they've lost, though. They'll scream as loud as t'other lot. By God, they will. One lot of bosses for another, is that what you want?